We right here. We got my man Q with the Chopping It Up with Q show. What's good with you today, brother?
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm good, man. You know, it's one day away from Friday, so, you know, I'll have my freedom back this weekend, so I'm good, man. And, go ahead, make you always speak things into existence. So, yeah, the next mayor of Atlanta.
That's right. Yeah, man. Anyway, man, my man, what you up to today? You had a good day?
Oh, man, yeah, you know, grinding away at the 9 to 5, working on the brands. And, you know, it's always work, man. You just got to, you got to work for a lot of things that you want to kind of put out here in this world. So, you know, that's, how I do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good thing, brother. So, let me say this, bro. Let me say this. All right. You know the turmoil. If you look at social media, the Facebook, all the craziness. I don't know if I don't know what type of school you went to, but I went to, a pretty mixed school, and it's funny. I don't really keep as much in touch with the other ethnicities that I went to school with outside of Facebook. But it's funny, man, how you see the varying opinions when it comes to certain things, man. You know what I'm saying? First thing, a lot of them were Trump supporters. I'll say that. And behind supporting Trump, you got these polarizing issues that come up, man. And right now, with Trump being in office like he is now, it's a lot of crazy. Every day is daily. It's daily drama, daily issues going on. I know you speak about it in the Critical Dump. You and your folks, man, y'all cover a lot of politics and stuff. But, man, what's your opinion on the life and times that we're going through right now?
Man, wow. There's a lot going on. Also, just to let you know, I actually went to all-black high school. I think I started off at HBCU. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that backwards. But I finished at a mixed-in university at Lamar down in Beaumont. But I mean, with everything going on, it's really just a situation where I think there's a lot of lack of understanding, basically it's just really a lack of understanding of what the plight of others really are, especially if that's not your truth or your reality. So it's very, very difficult to kind of understand or to ingest what it is that people are really talking about without having them sound like they're just whining all the time. Like, it's kind of like the situation I think we talked like with police brutality and things like that, where people would then say, well, we're stopped and harassed by cops as well. So, yeah, but statistics say it's at a higher rate on one end, and, yours is more based on population size. And it's a lot of different things, man.
Right. Right. And I do agree. It's a whole lot of different things, man. That's you know what I'm saying, that are issues. And the first thing is dude getting in the office, man. With him getting into this office, it's just like we're stuck at this point where we're now facing the repercussions of him coming in here, man. And you know what I mean? It's just like his staff, the imbeciles and things that he hired. You know what I'm saying? People ain't qualified to do certain jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming to play now. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it is. But it's kind of like with the whole thing. It's like, I expected it. But here's another thing. I enjoy it because I look at it as it's easier to combat something when you kind of have an understanding of what it is. But if he was someone who was playing like he was your ally, but in the shadows, he's really messing you over, I think that's a little bit harder to combat versus, I know what his game is. I know what he's about. So it's a little bit easier to come up with a strategy against it.
Yeah. That makes sense too. That makes sense. Hey man, tell me a little bit about your shows, man. Like I said, we're a lot of us are X Squad, a lot of us on Spreaker. I know you got a show on Spreaker, but a lot of your shows are on other platforms as well. So people may not have heard of you, so I'm going to introduce you to them. You know what I'm saying? Let me know a little bit about you and your shows that you participate in and run.
Okay, yeah. So we have the TCD Media Network. It's kind of like this little podcast network. Myself and a friend of mine, Eric, came up with. He actually has a show, Happy Politics, where he talks a lot more politics. And that's basically, he talks politics, social commentary, all that different stuff on his platform. and I have the Chopping Up with Q, which is kind of ran like a talk radio show and things like that. So we talk a little bit of everything. We talk, social justice. We talk pop culture. We talk just general things going on and so on and so forth. And even Talking 30 is a show where we just kind of illustrate life as we've come to learn it as of right now, as we, get into our 30s, and what have we learned up until that point. So we really want to create shows that people can relate to, they have an understanding, or maybe even answer questions that, you sit down and may talk with friends or talk with other people, but you're like, oh, other people kind of have to, going through the same thing. So what did they do, or how did they address the situation?
Yeah, that's true. Let me, what I need to share this with. We've had VJ on several times. She's co-hosted with me too, a couple of times. VJ is your co-host on the Chop It Up with Q show, so people may have heard of her. So VJ, aka Vermeet. I'm gonna say her whole name.
Oh man, you put the government out. Oh yeah, man. It's actually funny how I met her. We met on Twitter actually, and we've seen each other once. But other than that, it's like we've known each other all our lives. And I really appreciate her because she's helped make Chopping Up with Q what it is. Her and Kayla, which is my other co-host.
Okay. Yeah, man. So how long you been doing it though?
I think this week I actually made 1 year, which is actually funny because it doesn't feel like it. So I'm about to jump into that sophomore year, and hopefully we can keep things going. Okay,
and as far as your platforms, what nights of the week? I, for some reason, I believe you on every night of the week, man.
No, not yet, man. One day, man. One day I think I could drop a show a day if I had the time to. But other than that, we kind of drop every Monday, Tuesday. Usually early that morning, right before as people are going to work and everything. So yeah, we'll usually drop about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday.
That's the Chopping Up with Q show.
Yes, and Talking 30. Mm-hmm. Talking 30, we're on live on Mondays, 8 to 10 Central Standard Time on the After Party Radio.
After Party Radio, okay. And then what about the Critical Dump?
That one we're working on. See, as of right now, the Critical Dump has been on a little hiatus. Okay. I started getting into many different projects because I'm also a part of the pod panel with John Salvatore, Jackie, and Andrew West. Yeah, Andrew Westmoreland. So I actually wanted to rebrand that show and give it to a couple affiliates of mine so that show can continue on. We're just waiting to kind of get the particulars with that one going.
Okay. Awesome, man. That was real awesome. So I run a affiliation, like I said, as well, with about 15 podcasters and 15 to 16. Actually, we might have 20 something supporters, man. They just come in and, listen. A lot of people that are in the chat right now, are just listeners and reshare it with us, and just do like supportive backing. So, we just we're just a group, man, of folks. So at some point we'll talk about it, man. Doing an affiliation, partnership type deal. We can have your shows through our network and us through yours if possible, or whatever. You know what I mean? And just a little nice networking, man. I'm down with the networking. That's the big thing. And a lot of your shows, because you're doing them on what platform mostly? What's your main platform?
I actually use Spreaker a lot more. It used to be SoundCloud, but I think we were kind of wanting to get more away from SoundCloud as time went on. So I use Spreaker a lot more, and of course we're also on iTunes and Google Play and iHeartRadio as well. So, but I use the Spreaker recording software, all that stuff. So I usually only promote the Spreaker for the most part.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'm also in the other group me with the Pod Squad guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we send them sprinkling. They're like, man, what does this mean? That don't look like SoundCloud here to me. You know what I'm saying? So they look like it's a foreign land here. So I'm like, I don't know if everybody warmed up to Spreaker thus far.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still fairly new to a lot of people. So the first thing people think of with podcasts, the first thing they'll say is, "Oh, SoundCloud or iTunes." That's usually the first thing they go to.
Right.
And Spreaker, some people know it and then other people don't. And I know I remember a couple of people were like, "Okay, you just give me your SoundCloud link instead. This one has commercials." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, in the beginning, right? Just one good commercial at the top, right? Get paid on that at least if you sign up, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I've been trying to help promote that, and especially when it gets big, and because nobody knows what's going to happen with SoundCloud as of right now. I don't know if that's been resolved or not. But
right.
I don't know.
That's true. I don't know if it has either, man. All right, let's get into the big elephant in the room, man. Been pretty much all over the web this week, man. We're going to talk about, several big, all kind of elephants in the room this week. But we're talking about, because NFL started today, man. Kaepernick still not on the team. What's your thoughts on that, man? What they doing to this man?
Well, I got a lot of thoughts on it, but I think Richard Sherman said it best today. And how he illustrated it was, this is a movement more to make sure Cap paying his. And I agree, because I was like, first of all, we already knew what was up, especially when people were calling him or they kept trying to create a reason on why he wasn't a good quarterback.
Right.
And I was like, okay, he's not the best, but you mean to tell me there are 32 other guys that are better than him right now that started? I can't name them. And then on a team that's atrocious, let's even put that out there, he still had a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
That's true.
16 touchdowns, 4 picks. True. And you can't name anybody who threw the ball to.
You're right.
Yeah. Next, you tell me they go and sign a guy who was selling insurance, who didn't start in college and played I think arena ball or I think he played an arena ball. The one
that the Ravens signed.
Yeah, the one that the Ravens signed. I'm like, so you went and pulled a guy who had a Pop Warner record to be a potential backup quarterback. That if one guy goes down, he's in the game. And of course, that guy is Ryan Mallett, Mr. Booger Sugar himself, who got kicked off to Texas because he was too high to get on the airplane.
That's true.
So it's like, so only thing I'm saying is I'm waiting for, this is all I want. I want all the owners to actually come out and do a press conference and not talk about, oh, we're upset he kneeled, because we know why he did it, even though they're not going to express why he did it. They just know he kneeled. I just want y'all to say, look, you know what? He upset us because I don't agree with him. And therefore, I'm going to view him as a bad guy. Just come out and say it. I mean, you might as well. We already know what's up.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, they might as well, man. No need to hide it no more, man. I mean, it's crazy. On my Facebook wall, it's insane, the opinions of these guys, man. I wish I could go through and read them, but it's like they're like, yeah, he's reaping what he sows. I'm like, okay, what did he sow? I'm trying to get out of them. What did he sow? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, he's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? He gets what he deserves. And then I had another guy who's a policeman. He's talking about so there's certain things I can't say when I put on this uniform. You know, I put on this uniform, certain things that I can't say, and I'm limited in what I'm saying. And the same thing when it comes to what he's doing. He puts on that uniform, there's certain things that he can't talk about or do. I'm like, that's not the same thing, fool.
No, it's not. Yes, of course, when you put on a uniform, you can't talk about the refs. Of course you can't. I mean, but you're talking about a guy who is trying to stand for something that's going on overall. So what you're saying, and I think there was even an article saying, is that, Kaepernick chose activism over the NFL. And it's like, is that really what he did?
Yeah, that was a media spin right there. They're trying to spin all kind of ways they want it, and I'm glad he keep his nose clean. He's just, he's a straight by the book guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like if he was out there and he was, thug or whatever, any little thing he do, man, they're gonna try to discredit him. So right now, you know what I'm saying? He's out there doing nothing but good. There's nothing they can do to discredit this dude. He's the truth. He's out there, you know what I'm saying, all kind of charities. He's got giveaways, homeless giveaways, you know what I'm saying, giving away 100 suits to the homeless men, you know what I'm saying, taking trips over to Africa and doing some